Okay, Oak Rovers, this is going to be a video to help you find the area and circumference of a circle. Before I give the formulas and show you how to find the area and circumference of a circle though, we need to make sure we define a couple key terms when we talk about circles. The first term that we're going to define is called the diameter. And the definition the book uses for diameter is the distance of a line segment from one point to another on a circle that goes through the center of a circle. So in this circle right here, this line is an example of the diameter. It goes from one point on the circle to another, and it goes through the center of the circle. And the diameter is just a distance. So in this problem, the distance from here all the way across the circle through to there that goes through the center is going to be 25 centimeters. Another term we're going to use when we deal with circles is called the radius. And the radius is the distance from the center of a circle to a point on the circle. This circle right here gives an example of the radius. In this problem, I start at the center of the circle and I go to outside edge, and in this problem my radius is 5 inches. Now when I look at these two circles, I want to be able to compare the radius and the diameter. If you look at it carefully, the diameter is just twice as long as the radius. It's like 2 radiuses. And if I multiply my radius by 2, I'm going to get the diameter. What I'd have to do to my diameter to get my radius is divide it by 2. Because if I take half of that 25, I'll get my radius. So in this problem, my radius is going to be half of 25, or 12.5 centimeters, and my diameter is going to be 25 centimeters. In this circle over here, my radius is going to be 5 inches, and my diameter will be all the way across a circle, or 10 inches. Now, to find the area of a circle, I'm going to do 4 steps. I always write down the formula for area when I'm solving for the area of a circle. And that formula for area is equal to pi r squared. The second step is I'm going to replace the r with what the r is equal to. And in this case, r is equal to 12.5. So it's going to be area is equal to pi times 12.5 squared. Now 12.5 squared means 12.5 times 12.5. It's important to remember that 12.5 squared is not 12.5 times 2. So when I take 12.5 squared and times it by pi, I'm going to get area is equal to 156.25 pi centimeters squared. And I could leave the answer like that. That's probably an exact answer. But if I want to make an approximation and use 3.14 as a value for pi, I can take 156.25 and multiply it by 3.14, and I'll get an answer of the area is equal to 490.625 centimeters squared. And that's just an approximation of what that area is. The actual exact answer is going to be 156.25 pi, because pi is an exact number, and I just used the approximation of 3.14 for pi when I multiplied it out to solve for the bottom one. To find the diameter of a circle, I'm going to use the formula circumference is equal to diameter times pi. Well, my diameter is 25, so my circumference is going to be 25 pi centimeters, and that's the distance around a circle. It's going to be 25 pi centimeters. My units in this problem are going to be centimeters. It's not centimeters squared. I don't want to know how many squares are around the outside, but how many centimeters it takes to go around the outside. And if I multiply 25 times 3.14, I'll get an answer of 78.5 centimeters. So on this circle, it's going to be a distance or a length of 78.5 to go all the way around that circle. If the diameter is 25 centimeters, the circumference is going to be about 78.5 centimeters. If I do the same problem over here, I can use my area formula. Area is equal to pi r squared. Then I'm going to substitute r in for my radius, or 5 in for my radius, and I get area is equal to pi times 5 squared. If I square 5, I get 25 pi inches squared. And then if I take 25 times 3.14, I'm going to get area is equal to 78.5 inches squared. To find my circumference, which is a length, and what that means, the area is 78.5 inches squared. If I had a square grid over this that were all 1 inch by 1 inch, all my squares are 1 inch by 1 inch, and if this was actually 5 inches, the radius, it would take about 78.5 squares to cover up that circle. Now, let's go on and find the circumference for this circle. I'm going to take circumference is equal to diameter times pi, but my diameter is really 10, so my circumference is equal to 10 times pi inches, and then if I multiply 10 times 3.14, I get my circumference is equal to 31.4 inches. And what that means is the distance around this circle would be 31.4 inches about if my radius was actually 5 inches. Hopefully that helps you solve area and circumference of a circle problems. And when you do them on a test, if you can do them exactly the way I do them, I know you'll do very well on your quizzes and tests. Hope that helps. Thanks.